Alright, freshmen, happy Monday. It is Monday, August 25th. We're going to get right into the lesson. But I want to remind you that we only have 8 school days left until the benchmark. Bum, bum, bum. That means starting today, we need to get so serious about focusing on every lesson so that we can be not only the master cohort of the 5th grade, but so that we can be, as Sci-Tech students, the top students in the whole city of New Orleans, because that's exactly who we are. So, today's I Can statement is, I can analyze how Say Young changes over the course of the chapter. Now, character change, we're looking at how she is before and after, right? And seeing how those two things are different. So, let's start reading. Take out your seed, folks, turn to page 45, and follow along. Remember, we are watching you to make sure that you are following along so that you don't miss a single word.
Hey, 5th grade, Miss Holden. So, beginning with the A on the page 45, let's go. Always many people in my house when I was young. 5 sisters, many friends. I always liked being with people. Then I leave Korea with my husband to come to America for work. We buy dry cleaning shop. Live next block. Dry cleaning shop better than restaurant. Don't have to speak English too much. And only work 6 days. We work together 7 until 7. At night I sew alterations. We save all for children's college so they can have easier life. But no children come. Very many years we hope, but still alone. Then my husband died. Heart attack. 37 years old. Now all alone, except for friends. I hire a woman to work in shop. One afternoon when she gone, a man walk into shop with coat to clean. Under coat, he has gun. He take out money, then push me down. He yelling at me, very bad words. Then he kick me, break cheekbone. Then he kick me again, head hit hard against wall, and I go to sleep. When I wake up, I no more like to be with people like before. Afraid of everyone all the time. I don't leave apartment for 2 months. Neighbor buys food for me at store. I don't open door if someone knocks, even friends, only for food. Afraid to walk on sidewalk with people. I hire Korean man to run dry cleaning shop. I never go in. That happened 2 years ago. Very slowly, I get better. I go to store and buy my food, but very fast. Then not so fast. Very lonely, but still afraid. Then I pass by garden.
Alright, so I hope you've been thinking about how Say Young has changed. So here's a question for us. It says, the part A question says, which sentence best explains how Say Young responds to being attacked in her store? How a character responds is pretty much the same as how they change. So, A, she is afraid to even leave her apartment. B, she is nervous about dangerous situations. C, she wonders who her attacker is. Or D, she is sad that her husband is dead. Now, looking at these answers, I'm going to look at option A first. She is afraid to even leave her apartment. That seems like it might be true because she does talk about not leaving her apartment. So I'm going to put a question mark next to that one. B, she is nervous about dangerous situations. She definitely also seems nervous to me, so I'm going to put a question mark next to that one as well. C, she wonders who her attacker is. She doesn't talk about wondering who her attacker is, so I can rule that one out. Or D, she is sad that her husband is dead. I know it's true that she is sad that her husband is dead, but that happened before she was attacked, so I know that doesn't have anything to do with how she changed. So I can rule that one out too. So now I'm just looking at A and B, and I want to figure out which one is the best answer. Both of these seem like pretty good answers, but I'm looking for the best answer. And I think the best answer is A, because she talks a lot about how she is afraid to leave her apartment. So I know that she's not just nervous about dangerous situations, but she's nervous about any situations because she won't even walk on the sidewalk. Now, we have our part B. So, whenever we get a part B question, we need to think about our answer to part A. So remember, our answer to part A was that she is afraid to even leave her apartment. So now, looking at part B, I need to find two sentences that support that answer. So, A, undercoat, he has a gun. Well, that doesn't tell me anything about Sei Young, so I can cross that one off. B, afraid to walk on sidewalk with people. That one does have to do with her not leaving her apartment, so I'm going to put a question mark next to it. C, then I leave Korea with my husband. That's not about her apartment at all, so I can cross that one off. D, then my husband died, heart attack. Again, we talked about this before. The husband dying happened before the attack even happened, so it doesn't have anything to do with her not leaving her apartment, so I can cross it off. Very lonely, but still afraid. Now, I see the word afraid in both of these, and she talks about being lonely, which tells me she's alone, so I'm going to put a question mark next to that one. And F, that happened 2 years ago. This tells me when the attack happened, but it doesn't talk about my answer to part A, so I can cross it off. Now I'm left with two answers, and I needed to choose two sentences, so I know that these two are the best options to support my answer from part A. Now it's time to move on to practice. So, close your Chromebook and raise your hand for directions.